All right, everyone, and happy and hilarious news. Sheilajacksonlee has been booted in Texas. Yes, the Houston mayoral race, special election because Sheilajacksonlee is not a very pleasant person. Going disastrously for her. She got absolutely pounded by Whitmire. Now, this is not a partisan shift. Whitmire is still a Democrat, but a different kind of Democrat, not on the id poll side of the party. The Democratic Party is really suffering because of this. Because Hillary Clinton and Nancy Pelosi and all the other usual gang of idiots all had endorsed Sheilajacksonlee. And their candidate just got absolutely crab-hammered. I bet that I think they regret that one. What happened, for those that aren't in the know, is that Sheilajacksonlee was caught on tape ranting in the most vulgar manner, by the way, to one of her employees. Apparently, they didn't have a calendar date on hand, and so it became sort of like a little miniature, like, Stern skit. You remember when Howard Stern, back when he made funny content, one of the big focuses was, his blundering employees? So, like, Gary would fuck up or something like that. Somebody would do something wrong, and then Artie would be cracking jokes, and Stern would berate them. And it was really, really funny. And sometimes it got way, way hyperbolic. And sometimes, by the way, I think it spilled over, if I remember correctly, a few times into, like, real-life drama as opposed to just being sort of, okay, Stern's going to turn lemons into lemonades and we're going to make money literally off having made a mistake. And so at the end of the day, everyone's happy. It was basically like that. You should definitely listen to the recording. Because all I can think of is how funny it would be, like Stern in his prime reading out the transcript, and using one of his employees to bounce it back and forth. It would be totally believable and therefore hilarious. It's been a while. But she got, I think, beaten by about 30 points, actually, by Whitmire. So the incumbent outgoing mayor getting absolutely, again, crab-hammered. It's funny, because the reason why the Dem establishment backed Lee in the first place was not about the content of her character. It was about something else. I think you understand what I'm referring to. She's a black female, therefore they wanted an id poll mayor. They didn't really want the old white dude to be mayor, now did they? But he prevailed in the end, and it was self-inflicted. She got recorded berating Jerome, I believe was the name of the employee. She goes completely apeshit. Over a very minor thing. Okay, hey, I don't have the calendar date. I've got to go get it from what's-his-name over there. And she acts like it's the biggest fucking deal in the world. Like she's just been, she's been told that her house burned down or something like that. Acting like it's a disaster. Would have taken him probably 10 minutes to call the dude up and get the calendar date. But she berates him for an extended period of time, again, with extreme vulgarity, like completely goes off on rant mode, saying, oh, you're a bunch of fucking assholes, you're idiots, and, the whole 9 yards. Surprised she didn't throw in a few racial epithets or something. She devolves, by the way, partially into Ebonics during this situation. It's almost like a mammy sort of thing. There were some words that she wishes she had used, and would definitely regret if they had been on the recording. That would have made the recording even 1,000 times funnier, although you wouldn't be able to post it online in most places at that point. I mean, she's a bitch, basically. Imagine having to work for her. And then I was thinking, there are a couple of other examples of, mayor of Houston. That's a reasonably important position. Houston's a very large city, very important enclave in Texas, so it's sort of like being the mayor of Chicago or something like that. You become sort of a national politician even though you're technically just a mayor. That's only the case for a few cities around the United States. Only a few really tick the bill. Houston would be one of them. San Fran, New York, a few others. Maybe St. Paul, Minnesota, etc. Sheilajacksonlee gets completely shit-canned, not without good reason. But I was thinking there are other Democrats that didn't get shit-canned that effectively have done similar things, at least allegedly. Hillary Clinton, again, allegedly, is not a very fun person to work with. I can imagine her throwing her half-empty Chardonnay bottle at John Podesta when she lost the 2016 election. Was so obviously she got wasted. She was probably yelling at people. She probably threw shit around and was ripping out her hair and stuff. And they literally had to get her cleaned up. And you could tell the next day she had had one too many. You could tell that she had gotten absolutely hammered. and berated people and done everything else. Podesta, by the way, looked genuinely nervous when he had to come out on stage saying, it's not over yet. Miss Clinton is not conceding yet. Go get some sleep. We'll be back tomorrow. It looked like he was happy to be up on stage with other people around to potentially protect him, like he's dreading going back through that door. Amy Klobuchar, another example, supposedly throws things at employees and berates them, much like Sheilajacksonlee. Unfortunately, we do not have a recording of a drunken and irate Amy Klobuchar eating salad with a comb and then throwing things at people. I think that would be funny. There's a reason you've never gotten a recording of Hillary being like that. Although remember Melania's mean leaked phone call about Christmas. That was big in the news. Somehow this was page B. The entire beratement of Jerome. So because she berated her employee at the wrong time when the recorder was on, she's now out of a job. She'll probably be on MSNBC soon. I think she'd probably fit in there. You got the id poll aspect, the Democratic partisan aspect, the unrepentant asshole aspect. Yeah, she could work with Olbermann maybe. I'm sure she would enjoy that job. Probably get paid more than as mayor of Houston, by the way. I thought this was funny. Couldn't happen to a nicer person, now could it? That's about all. Peace out.